Hi, today I thought that we would talk about some nonsense opinions that I have. So, I think that it would be fun because my last video I talked a bit about some foods and things that I thought were underrated and overrated, and I made a short out of that. And the short actually got a really interesting comment that I was surprised by. Let me go read it. Okay, the comment that I got, this is no hate towards the person, by the way. No hate towards this person. If you're watching right now, hi, thanks for leaving this comment. I thought that it was pretty interesting. Wrong, in all caps. See, folks, this is why not everyone needs a YouTube channel/slash podcast. Some things are better left unsaid so people don't know how wrong you are. That was when I was talking about how I think pumpkin pie is gross and overrated. I thought that that was a pretty extreme response, in my opinion. However, people have their preferences. So, I thought that I would talk about mine. And I would love to have a conversation down below. If you think that I'm wrong, please let me know. But please be civil about it. You don't have to be sexist or anything like that, because those comments are stupid, and this is a different kind of stupid. This is a fun stupid, not a demeaning and rude kind of stupid. So don't be that kind of stupid. Let's have some fun. First one is actually starting off with a bang, in my opinion. One of them is YouTube Now versus older YouTube. And I'm not talking, okay, I think this can be its own separate video that I would probably have to do a lot of research on. But I'm not talking about the hatefulness of YouTube in the past. Like, racism was way, more acceptable for some reason on the platform. Just all that hateful stuff. That stuff is important and that should be talked about, but this is not what I'm talking about right now. I feel like YouTube it used to be this thing where it's like, you knew the top content creators, and if you didn't watch them, what are you doing? You didn't watch Shane Dawson, you didn't watch Jenna Marbles. I love you, Jenna. I miss you. Dan TDM, the top of the top, everybody knows these names. Markiplier, Jacksepticeye, those, the top dogs. Everybody who was in YouTube Rewind, Liza Koshy. I feel like she was a pretty big one for a while. Now, I feel like because of YouTuber apologies, I'm not saying this is the full reason. It's taken that prestige around being YouTube royalty. And I feel like it's kind of just lowered that. Not that it's not a big deal to get all these subscribers. I mean, there are still the massive people like Mr. Beast and PewDiePie, who I don't know how I didn't mention earlier. There are still those massive people, but I feel like it's more in its own little pods, I think with the rise of commentary too. Oops, I moved my mic. In the rise of commentary YouTube, I feel like there's so many people in that where it's you can like the same genre as someone, but it's not immediately oh, that's because everybody watches James Charles or, Tati, or when it came to vlogging, Emma Chamberlain and all those people where it was top vloggers. And now you kind of see more of I have friends who they'll be like, oh, you know this person? And I'm like, I've never heard of them in my life. And they'll have 5 million subscribers. You know what I mean? I feel like there's more of it's not as a peak of you're maybe here, but the top people are here. It's kind of, I feel spread out more. I feel like there's more room for smaller creators to actually build up and kind of be in the same likeness as some of the other creators. I don't know if that makes any sense. I feel like that's pretty agreed upon, where it's the genres just feel bigger and easier to start in. You don't I feel in 2018 starting a beauty channel, it was what are you doing? Yeah, that's the top stuff, but at the same time you already have all these people right at the top, it's hard to break through in that sense. I feel, I don't know, that's just, I feel a topic that I do want to learn more about. or like just kind of think more about. I That's one that I really want to hear people's comments like below. Do you feel like now that there's a lot of the YouTube royalty has kind of come under fire and, have done bad things in the past and have apologized, or, like, since you kind of are seeing more of the bad side of them, do you think that that's allowed that kind of idea of YouTube royalty to not really exist too much anymore? Because that's how I feel. But I'm very curious. I think that there's still some YouTube royalty, like I said. Anyway, we're going to move on to belly buttons. The weirdest transition. I hate belly buttons. I hate them. 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 You can ask any of my friends. They'll be like, Natalie just for some reason does not like them. And it's true. I don't. I think that they're weird. I think that I understand the reasons why we have them, but I don't like them. Something about them is just weird. Innies, outies, no. Why? I get it. Like, I don't actually tell me why. I understand the reasoning. I understand, nutrition when you're, a baby and in the womb and, all that stuff, and the umbilical cord. I got it. I understand. But just, they're weird. They're weird. They weird me out. They gross me out. I like get like lightheaded just thinking about it. Like, something about it, is just, ugh. But belly buttons, like, why? I don't get it. I don't know. Like, it just stresses me out. Do you know what another thing I hate is? White chocolate. Don't know the point of it. It's not actual chocolate. I understand that it's made with like parts of what's made with chocolate, but like it's not actually chocolate. I don't understand the point of white chocolate. Last time I had it, it has been a while, but like I don't understand, and I think that there's people who like white chocolate and don't like dark chocolate, in my opinion, need to grow up. Is that too harsh? I'm sorry. That's kind of harsh. But I feel like it's the sugar, it's the sweetness. But then you hate on dark chocolate because it has that bitter edge, and it's like it's just more sophisticated, in my opinion, than white chocolate. Like, I just don't understand what the appeal is for white chocolate. I think that if your favorite chocolate is white chocolate, or you have a friend whose favorite chocolate is white chocolate, I don't think that you should be their friend anymore. I think that it's a serious problem. Also, white chocolate just looks weird. It looks like you left it out and you're like, oh, my chocolate went bad. It looks like cheese. It looks like cheese. I'm going to show you a photo of white chocolate and tell me that this does not look like cheese. Here, wait, let me put it on my desktop. And I'm going to put it right here. Do not tell me that that's white chocolate that looks like cheese. Imagine you see it on a plate and you're like, oh my gosh, a little bit of cheese. You eat it and it's white chocolate. I would leave the party. I don't know why people like white chocolate. I think my mom likes white chocolate. So that will be something that we're going to debate over, because little hint at what's to come. But if you're just you're like, oh, I'm really craving some chocolate. And I'm like, oh, let's go get some chocolate. You're correct. Let's do it. And I grab, my dark chocolate bar. I also am someone who I know that I really like dark chocolate. Like I'll get like 80%. I feel like 80%'s so good. And I know that's my flaw. But if you grab white chocolate, who's going to look more like the bozo? Not me. Not me. I'm hoping that the guy who was talking about the pumpkin pie does not like white chocolate. If you do, I'm sorry. I'm not trying to, to only be targeting you. But if the shoe fit, no, just kidding. Moving to the cheese train, I don't understand why people like blue cheese or cheese that's moldy. When your cheese gets moldy, you throw it away. And I know that the mold's different. It's edible mold. The other molds probably shouldn't be eating. Like, I'm actually getting really sick. I mean, again, to each their own. However, I will be judging, because that's the point of this video. Why would you pick up something moldy ever and be like, oh my gosh, yum? Also, I just found an easy vegan blue cheese. Why would you ever want to make blue cheese out of anything if you're vegan. Come on. How do you put something in your mouth knowing that there's mold on it? I once I made toast and I didn't notice that my bread was moldy. I don't know how I didn't, but I didn't. Bit into it. Still haunts me to this day. Blue cheese is never something that I'm going to understand, and honestly, not really something that I think I'm ever going to be okay with. Oh, I just thought of a really hot take. Oh, people are going to be mad at me for. Dr. Pepper's not good. I know. I hear you. But it's not. It's really not. I cannot tell you how many times I have, been with my sisters or something, and I think that they have a Coke, and I'm like, I'm just going to take a quick sip, in like one of you get it from the soda fountain. Just take a sip, and I think that it's Coke, and it's Dr. Pepper. Ruins my whole day. I know I'm in the minority of that opinion. I know I'm wrong. I know. But again, this is an opinion piece, baby. There's some bigger content creators than I who like Dr. Pepper, and I don't want to hurt my chances in the future. I want to put out a blanket statement. I accept you for who you are, you Dr. Pepper lovers, because guess what? I like root beer. That's my philosophical nonsense for today's video. I just thought that it would be fun. I really hope that you guys like this, because I think that this is fun to just kind of not argue, but debate about nonsense. I do have some ideas for this series in the future, because I do really want to keep bringing this back up, because I also like just sometimes sitting down, talking with my mic, talking to my camera. I think that this is a lot of fun, and I have some guests that I might be doing this with, and there's a special one coming up next time I do this, hopefully, unless there's another one of these just by myself. Then it'll be the time after that. My mom is going to be on. Can't say too much, but I'm very excited for that, and I hope you guys like this little series. Thank you guys so much for the love and support on my channel, and also on the new shorts that I've been releasing. There will probably be some clips from this video in the shorts on my YouTube channel. Let me know also not only your opinions about this stuff in the comments. Be civil, be nice, don't be stupid, don't be mean, don't be a bitch. If you guys have some hot take opinions that you guys want me to talk about, please let me know, and let me know your thoughts on those as well. If you're not subscribed, subscribe already, because I can see who is subscribed already and who's not, and 83% of you are not subscribed. Also, I read all the comments, so definitely comment, because I do want to hear you guys' opinions. So yeah, okay. Love you. Bye.